evening, friends, and welcome to another edition of the Artist Spotlight Show with Music Dreams USA Radio. We are a Titan Events Incorporated and Rise Up Family Sports radio station coming to you live this evening for our brand new studios here up in Somerville, South Carolina. It's great to be here with you. A special thank you to Mr. Stephen Brady for allowing us to continue to partner with him to do these shows. And it seems like an eternity since the last time we've done a show with the merger and, the holiday season and all the craziness going on. We are back, and you can check us out every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m., except for tonight. We had a little bit of some technical difficulties, but we made it happen, and we are here, and we're super excited to be with you this evening. Again, it's your friend Russell K. Again, a special thank you to Stephen Brady and Blue Shamrock Music. If you're an upcoming aspiring artist and you're looking to get your name out there, make sure you reach out to Stephen Brady and Blue Shamrock Music. He is the man. He's got you covered. On tonight's show, we have got a special guest, and she's all the way from Australia, and her name is Gail Barnard, and we're going to find out about her. And from what I've been told, she has a very interesting occupation. So we're going to find out about that. We'll find out about her musical journey, and we're just going to have a real good time with her this evening. So without any further ado delay, let's welcome our special guest. Again, let's give it up for Miss Gail Barnard. What's up, Miss Gail? How you doing?
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
So where are you coming from now? Where are you located?
I am in Western Australia, about 100 k's south of our capital city, Perth, in a place called Mandurah. And I'm currently at where I work.
Wow. So let me ask you this. So, I spoke to Stephen a little bit earlier today, and he had mentioned to me that you've got a very interesting occupation. So what do you say? Let's kick off our show this evening and tell us a little bit more about this very interesting occupation.
Well, I actually am very privileged to look after people that have passed. So I'm a mortician, and I've been learning embalming. So I have a very interesting and rewarding job.
Oh, so you deal with a lot of dead people then?
I do. I dress them and make them look nice for their families to come and to visit. And I work for a great company called Bauer and O'Day Funeral Company, and they've been lovely enough to let me use their chapel area for this interview this morning. But every day is a different day, and always interesting. So that's what I do, and take care of people. Yeah.
Does that affect you at all? I mean, you're dealing with someone who's actually passed away, and I mean, how does that affect you? Does it affect you at all?
Well, I mean, one of my first songs that I brought out was a song called Little Angel, and unfortunately I have the task sometimes of putting little babies to rest, and that's where my song Little Angel actually came from, just feelings from that. So that's sort of hard to turn off. I guess it's sort of like a medical type thing. Like I don't deal with the grief side of death. I just take care of the people that have passed. So yeah, it's sometimes tough. You do take a lot home with you, but I try not to. Yeah.
How long does it take you to prepare something like that for the families? I mean, is that something that happens pretty quickly, or is that more like a process?
It's a bit of a process, yeah. It depends when we get them into our care and how long till their service. It normally takes a day to get somebody ready and placed in their coffin and ready for their family to visit. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I definitely take my hat off to you. And wow, I know one thing, you must have a strong stomach and to be able to do something like that. So I tip my hat off to you. I think for me, I'm gonna stay right here in the studios doing my radio thing.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I understand totally. It's yeah, I don't know. There's weird things that would probably make me turn my stomach, but not that for some reason. So I guess I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing, which is good.
Wow. So let's talk about your musical journey. How did
Yeah,
it start, and what made you get into music? I mean, you got a very interesting career. Sounds like during the day, you're taking care of people who passed away. I'm
yeah,
assuming at nighttime is when you do your musical career. So
yeah.
how does all that align?
Well, I've been doing music all my life. I was in a very big band around the Perth area in Western Australia, or for almost 30 years, and I stepped away from it for a while, and I had a friend, very talented man, Laurie Granston. He's been a friend for over that same journey. He is my producer, and we've done a lot of music together, but I decided to step away from it for a while. And in the meantime, another talented man named Glenn Levi, he heard one of my songs that I'd written many years ago and rewrote it and recorded it. And I heard it, and it was just like started a fire. And I decided that that's what I wanted to do is my music. I missed it. I didn't realise how much I missed it. So ever since that meeting, I've been doing writing my own songs and recording and doing very well, which has just been amazing. And also thanks to Stephen Brady for helping me distribute my music and meeting amazing people. It's been a journey. I guess when I was young, my dad was a truck driver, and he always had the old cassette tapes in the truck. Sometimes I used to go for a drive with him, and that's when I fell in love with country music. So that started my journey, I guess, thanks to my dad.
So how did you meet Stephen Brady and Blue Shamrock Music? How did that relationship come
um,
about?
that was through Glenn Levi, because he deals with Stephen Brady and Blue Shamrock Music as well. And once I started, we did a collaboration of a couple of songs, Glenn and I. Well, he did the one I had, and then he asked me one day. He said, "Do you do? Can you write a Christmas song?" And I sort of said, "Well, hold my beer, because I love Christmas." And we wrote a song together, and he brought that out, and that's when I got to know Stephen Brady. So when I bought my first song out, Little Angel, I went through Stephen Brady and Blue Shamrock Music to distribute it. So it's been a wonderful, exciting couple of years for me.
Wow, well, congratulations, and you're definitely some great company. When you talk about Stephen Brady, he is the man. I mean,
Yeah.
even though that we partner with Blue Shamrock Music on our shows, one thing I do know to be true is that he really has a deep feeling for the artist, and he's a big
Oh,
supporter
definitely.
of them. And I mean, he's the type of guy who'll give you a shirt off his back, that
Yeah.
to make sure that you're going to succeed. So, yeah, definitely,
Absolutely.
you're
Yeah.
definitely some good company there, and yeah,
Yeah.
Blue Shamrock Music, they're up and coming, and we're
Yeah.
super excited to be partners with them. So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit more about your musical journey. Um, so I heard you say that it started at an early age. With your dad being a truck driver, and
Yeah.
just putting music in there and just listening to it.
Yeah.
And so, when did you realize, though, that you really had a gift, and that you can actually make a living off of this gift? When did that take place, and how did it happen?
Um, It was kind of by accident. I moved to a new town back in the 90s, and I moved to a new town and decided to get up and sing with this band, because I did like singing, and they ended up asking me to join the band, which was a band called Kaleidoscope, and that's how I sort of started. Like, that was my initiation into it, and we've done a lot over those 30 years, and now I just mainly do recording at the moment. But yeah, it's been a great journey. It's been amazing to do. It's nothing better to get up and sing in front of people and just have a wonderful reaction and get them involved and everything. It's a great job.
What's the best memory you have as it relates to your musical career? Are there any highlights, and if so, which ones would they be, and why are they so important to you?
Well, that would definitely be singing the national anthem. I've done that a few times at the local football matches, the AFL matches we have here. But the biggest one would have been, I don't know if you know about Anzac Day, where we commemorate fallen soldiers and people who've looked after our country forever. Well, I got to sing at a very special thing called the Dawn Service, and that was in front of 20,000 people. So that would have to be a highlight of mine for sure.
Where are you right now as far as your musical career goes? Where are you right now as we speak?
I am on an exciting journey, just doing lots of recording and doing shows. I'm actually singing here at the funeral home next week. We have a memorial happening where everyone from the crew who has lost loved ones for the year come in here and light a candle. We have a bit of a service, and I'm singing at that, so that's pretty awesome as well. Just doing lots of recording, writing songs, and that's where I'm at the moment.
Let's talk about your album you have out right now. How did that come about, and who helped put those songs together?
I was lucky enough. Laurie has always been there to help me. He does my music for me. I write my songs and then he brings them to life. So that's pretty awesome. Um, yeah. So hopefully just doing more recording. And I've just recently come back from Sydney, Australia, where I was invited to the awards ceremony nominations for the big awards in January for country music. So that's pretty exciting as well, getting into that and feeling like a peer for the first time in my life and not a fan. It's super exciting.
Have you met any country music superstars yet?
I've met our heroes. Like I've met Troy Cassadaly. I did sing on the same stage once with Lee Kernaghan. I haven't met any of the great American stars yet, but I'm looking forward to one day.
Do you have any plans to come over to the States to continue with your musical journey?
Oh, absolutely, one day, definitely, for sure. I'm not sure when it is going to be. My husband's quite ill at the moment, which is a bit hard, but I'm mainly looking after him at the moment. But definitely later on, that's a bucket list, definite.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, other than what you've mentioned, are there any other highlights in your musical journey that you'd like to share with us?
Just hearing my songs come out. I guess a proud moment is my daughter does all my backing on my songs. So that's a proud mummy moment.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah. No, she's awesome too. So she just jumps in and does that whenever I need her, which is great. But yeah, looking forward to a fantastic future of recording and bringing out more songs. I've met some wonderful people, yourself, of course, and thank you so much for having me on the show and taking the time. I really appreciate it. People from Ireland, New Zealand, and it's just been amazing. Much more than I could have ever expected.
how can our the people watching now, the people that will be watching later, how can they get in contact with you, whether it be to book you for an event or to check out your amazing music?
Well, they can download my songs off a Blue Shamrock music site. I'm on there for any of my songs. And I'm on Facebook, Gail Barnard Musician. If they want to check that out, I'm always trying to post stuff up there as well and some songs. But yeah, any upcoming events will be on there.
Awesome. Have you ever heard of Music Dreams USA Radio before?
I haven't. I'm just so glad to get to know it all, though. It's awesome.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
will.
great to have you.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: when you get ready to go on stage to prepare for a huge show, what are some of the things you do to get yourself ready?
um, I guess I'm always nervous. I think I try not to be, but I'm just always nervous. Just hum to myself, I guess. Yeah, and then take a big breath and close my eyes and just go for it.
There you go. How do you read a crowd when you're on stage? How do you read a crowd and see if they're getting into what you're doing?
Just see their reaction if they're moving with the music. If they're not, I try a different angle, like sing something else to try and get them up. But yeah, just basically watch what they're doing and if they're listening, even if they're talking, if they're moving their foot and jigging a bit, then it's always a sign that it's getting through there.
If I'm coming to your show for the very first time, what type of show can I expect?
Just dancing and excitement, and hopefully me singing in key and having a good night. Yeah, hopefully. No, just a lot of fun, and a lot of involvement. I like getting people in the audience involved. I think that's important to make sure that you're having that connection with them.
What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you while you were on stage in the concert?
Oh, somebody singing along very, very awkwardly and trying not to laugh. But yeah, I appreciate people singing. Like, I think it takes a lot of guts to get up there and do it. But sometimes, yeah, it can be funny. But that was a funny moment. Yeah,
There you
had to
go.
keep.
So, let's talk a little bit more about country music as a whole.
Mhm.
And what is your thoughts about country music today compared to back in the days? What is your thoughts about that?
Oh, it's a hard one because I love the back in the day country music. Um, Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, Charlie Pride, Dolly Parton, everyone like that, just amazing. But there is some good stuff around now. Like I've heard a song the other day. I think it was Cody Johnson and Carrie Underwood brought out a song, and it's just so pretty. And I thought it's still there. There's a lot of people doing other stuff, and I appreciate their effort. But there is still a lot of good songs coming out.
If you had to pick a few old school country music artists, who would they be?
I would definitely say Dolly Parton, Charlie Pride, Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson. You can't go past Willie Nelson.
So, when you're not doing music, do you have any hobbies?
um, no, just my work and my studies. Yeah, that's about it. It takes up most of my time. I've got a cute little dachshund named Fredo. He keeps me amused. uh, but
Can
yeah,
they
no,
sing
other
like
than
you can?
sorry.
Can a dog sing like you?
He normally comes and sleeps on my lap, so I put him to sleep. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Let me ask you this. So, as I mentioned, people watching now that will be watching a little bit later, what advice would you give to an upcoming inspiring artist who's maybe trying to get to where you are today? What can you share with them?
Don't give up. You're going to get a lot of times when you want to, but just don't give up. Just keep going. Keep trying. I mean, even me at my age now, like I'm breaking into things now that I never imagined that I could have done. So just keep going. Don't give up. That would be my best piece of advice.
What's the best advice someone ever gave you as it relates to your musical journey?
That would be my mum actually. She said to me one day, if you can't go through it, go round it. Which is probably a good line for a song, but yeah.
Well, there you go. Live on the Artist Spotlight Show here with Music Dreams USA Radio. We just gave you an idea for your next song.
You did. You did exactly. I must write that down when we finish.
You put my name down, Russell K. It's
Oh, absolutely.
Russellkaye.
That's
I'll
it,
take the credit
exactly.
for that one.
Yeah, no worries. Contributor, absolutely. We'll do that for sure.
As we wind down our interview this evening, are there anything you'd like to share with our audience?
I think we've virtually covered everything. We've gone from what I do to what I've achieved. Yeah, it's just been an amazing journey. I'm so grateful, and I really appreciate you having me on on your show, Russell. I really do.
Oh, definitely been our pleasure. And I know that right now you're writing some songs and working on probably another album. Any
Yeah.
plans other than what you mentioned on the air here? Do you have any plans on going on the road to do some more events?
Definitely. That's my big thing for next year. Hopefully, I want to go to a lot more of the country music shows here, whether it be here or over east, which is a fair way from where I live. But that's where it all happens, especially in January at the Tamworth country music shows. So that's my ambition, is to get over there and do that, and definitely get out there and do more music.
In the music industry, I like you have been in it for a while, and obviously, there's a lot of ups, there's a lot of downs. How do you
Yep.
personally overcome the downs in this industry to continue to follow your dream?
It's like I said about before. I think you've just got to keep going. Like, you are going to get knocked, but just believe in yourself. It's an old cliche, but you just got to believe in yourself and believe that you can do it, and take hold of the reins and just go for it.
All right, then. Well, that would
It
conclude
helps.
our show this evening. And
I just got to say, it helps. It helps if you got a lot of support around you. Like, my work friends here are amazing. My close friends are amazing. My husband's been amazing. It's just, I think that's the key too. Is you got to have good support around you.
yeah, I could not agree with you more. I mean, support and networking, especially
Yeah,
in this industry, is so important because you
it
never know
is.
when
Yeah.
you need that person. You
Absolutely.
might meet them today and not talk to them
Yep.
for like a few months, and what do
Yeah.
you know? You need to
Just
help with something. So that's one thing I learned
yeah.
about the music industry. You never know when you need someone. You never want to burn your britches, and
I do
you
not.
also want to keep those lines of communications open. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
congratulations to you and your
Thank you.
amazing career and what you're doing right now. And thank you so much for making country music so special.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had an opportunity to
Absolutely.
listen to some of your songs before live on the air, and you got a beautiful voice. And on tomorrow on the Russell K. Alexa and Sean Brown Morning Show, we're going to open up our morning show in dedication to you. By the way, we're going to play.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we're going to play one of your songs to open up our show, which can be
Oh, that's
seen Monday
wonderful.
through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern. So, yeah, make sure you
Okay.
listen in and check it out. It's
I
going to be
will.
fun.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's an honor. Thank you.
Oh, definitely our pleasure. Any other final thoughts you want to share before we close our show this evening?
No, thank you. I just appreciate you having me on. I really do. Thank you so much for that.
Well, again, on behalf of Blue Shamrock Music and Mr. Stephen Brady, if you're an upcoming aspiring artist and if you want to be where Gail is this evening, well, all I got to do is just reach out to Stephen Brady and Blue Shamrock Music. Send them over your music just like Gail did, and you can maybe be our next guest on the Artist Spotlight Show. Again, you can check us out every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on Music Dreams USA Radio. And again, we are a Titan Events Incorporated and Rise Up Family Sports Network with DeAndre the Torch Robinson. It's your friend Russell K. Coming to you live from Music Dreams USA Radio. Thank you so much for watching. Those who are watching now, then those will be watching a little bit later on. Thank you for all your support. And we'll see you next time on the Artist Spotlight Show. Once again, being brought to you by Mr. Stephen Brady and Blue Shamrock Music. Until then, have a wonderful evening, and thank you so much for all your support.